we have quite a few in the program that are coming in, new recruits. And then also to see the gains that your returning players have made through the month of May and then all summer long. We had a tremendous May. There were a lot of guys here on their own time working out with Coach Scholes and his staff. And we got to see them a little bit more this summer with the new rule, and we implemented that a little bit as far as meeting time's concerned with our coaches meeting with the players. Just a little bit. We like to use it on the front end, and then we use it on the back end, and we try to aim that a little bit more specifically for the newcomers to take advantage of that rule for the young freshmen or junior college transfers that were coming in. I don't want to, we didn't, maximum is 2 hours. We used about an hour. And I think there's it was very, very positive. It's positive for us. I know it is for college football. I'm a little bit of the old school that I like to, our seniors and experienced or established players, I could say, lead those meeting rooms on a volunteer basis and establish that leadership. But this was good for the coaches to actually be able to run a meeting a little bit with the newcomers. And so I thought that was good. The 2014 edition of the Utah State Aggies is what's in store for us right now as we go into training camp. So the next 3 weeks, what do we do and how we do it are our two main focuses. We're less than 4 weeks away from going to Knoxville to play Tennessee, and we'll focus on them when that time's right. But right now, it's all internal. It's who we are and what we do. And I think that we have a singular focus, and that's our job as coaches to portray that to the leaders, and our leaders to do that from player to player. And I really like where we're at from a leadership standpoint. The key for us is the new kids coming in or the young kids in the program. I like to say they need to learn how to be followers. And that's a big key for us. We've been talking about it all summer. We'll talk about it through training camp. But I think we have really, really good leadership here. But it's about the followers, that kids that have come in. They don't know what it used to be like when Utah State didn't win. It's not their fault. That's called recruiting too. It's called attrition and turnover. And in college football, you have a lot of turnover each year, and we're no different than anybody else. But those young kids that come in, they have to learn the Aggie way. They got to learn what we do, how we lift, how we run, our nutrition, the way we train, the way we go to school, the way we act in the community, any of the above. That's up to us as coaches, but more so our leaders and our established players to pass that on down. And so that's exciting as we do that, because this year's team, I think, is very talented in a lot of areas. We have some returning players coming back that are really talented. We have some spots that don't have returning or established players yet, and that'll be exciting. I am not worried one bit about those position groups, but I'm very curious to see how things are going to play out. I think there's some talented kids, but they're very youthful in those spots. I'm excited about our special teams, our kickers, and just that's such an important facet of a program. And really, honestly, I mean, I know the punt return and kickoff return is a little bit more offensive related, but man, that punting and kicking has so much to do with our defensive success over the last 2 years, and to have those weapons back is bigger and stronger and all that stuff, I think is a positive. Right now, I'll go ahead and say it. We got some issues internally. There's some discipline issues going on, which is part of the drill. I'm in a business that is mentoring and coaching young men that sometimes they make really good decisions, and sometimes they make a decision that is not so good and it's poor. And everyone in this room is not perfect, including me. We're all the same. Part of coaching is called discipline. It's called rehabilitation. It's called adherence to our core values and who we are and what we do. And when those things aren't met, we're disappointed, and we change actions. And if actions don't change, then we move on. And that so I'll go ahead and say this: we got some of that. We've already handled some stuff internally, and really, honestly, it's a little bit ongoing right now. And until things come out that I'll share with you later, then we'll do that at the appropriate time. But Chucky Keaton, Joe Hill, knee injuries are right on schedule, and they've been cleared to go full by our doctors and our medical staff. So every one of you is just like me, excited to see those two guys run around and be the same Chucky Keaton and Joe Hill that we all know and love. So I know there's going to be some more questions on those two, but I just thought I'd go ahead and say that right now so we all know where we're at. We'll know a little bit more after practice tomorrow, and we'll know a little bit more at the end of the next week, and we'll know a little bit more after Tuesday night scrimmage. So some of your questions I don't know the answers to yet. So with that, I'll go ahead and open it up for any questions.